Most recruiters don't want you to know this. But salary negotiation is not about talking smart, it's about having leverage. And most people don't even know about it. In this video, I'm not going to tell you how to negotiate through verbal discussions. Nah. My ways are more practical and proven. It will prepare you before the negotiation even starts. Stay till the end to know all the tactics. Before I start, here's a few things to keep in mind. First, skills matter most. Your domain expertise and communication skills are the real foundation. Without these, you can't expect to negotiate anything. Second, apply to the right jobs. Before applying, look at the eligibility, designation, and salary range mentioned in the job description. If a role is mentioned for 15 LPA, the company cannot suddenly pay you 30 LPA, na? Because they might not have the budget. Third, understand that percentage hike decreases as your salary increases. I have made this quick table to make you understand this concept. A jump from 3 to 6 is 100% hike, but the actual money increase is 3. Similarly, 10 to 15, actual money increase is 5, but it is a 50% salary hike. 20 to 28, actual money is 8, but it is 40% salary hike. As we go on further, 50 to 60 jump is 20% salary hike, but actual money increase is 10. As your salary range actually increases, even if the percentage hike decreases, but there is an actual money increase happening. In this video, I will talk mostly in terms of percentage growth. But for high salaried people, think in terms of actual money increase, not just percentage. Fourth, be prepared for rejection. For every job opening, recruiters usually have hundreds or even thousands of applications in their pipeline. So as harsh as it sounds, you are not special to them. And so be ready for rejections. To be honest, recently I went through a rejection as well, because I was really looking forward to working with the company. I know it really hurts. It hurts even more when HR ghosts you. Rejection creates self-doubt and you question your abilities. But the good news is, when you mentally expect rejection, it still sucks. But your recovery time becomes much faster. That means if you sulked for 3 days earlier, now you will only sulk for 5 minutes. Drink some tea and apply for the next job. Before we talk about salary negotiation tricks, you need to understand something very important. A job switch usually happens in 3 phases. Once you decide you need a job switch, you start applying. Then after going through many companies, many interviews, you get your first offer letter. Then the last phase is joining a new company. You will see in some time why this is relevant. Let's talk timeline. Between phase 1 and phase 2, that is from the time you start applying till you join a new company, you would have practically 2 to 6 months of time. From phase 2 to phase 3, that is getting your first offer letter to joining a new company, unless you max out on your notice period, you would have 1 month or less time. Now I will take one extra month here, that is 2 months. Why? After joining a new company, you would have 1 month. That 1 month is your honeymoon period. You are learning the job. You are on probation. You have zero attachment. So you would have time to still keep on applying. So if you get a job anywhere else, you can easily leave the company. Now these 2 months after getting the first offer letter is the most important phase of the entire job switch, which will decide your biggest salary jump. From here, let's jump directly to the actual tips for getting the best salary hike. The first, and in my experience the best strategy, is the competing offer strategy. See, these 2 months are the most important phase of the entire job switch. This phase will decide whether you get 10% or 100% hike. And why is that? Because once you get your first offer letter, you suddenly get leverage. Leverage means to use something to maximum advantage. You are no longer negotiating from desperation. Earlier you were saying, please give me a job. Now you can say, I already have an offer. And by this time, multiple recruiters are already in your pipeline. You are also confident, you know your market value, and most importantly, you know your game. Because you have been interviewing for weeks. Now what to do in this phase? Most people, after getting their first offer letter, immediately relax. They think, finally job secured, it's time to chill. Big mistake. This is actually the time when you should double your efforts. Be much more rigorous than before in pushing ongoing recruiters, attending more interviews, and applying to new companies. Because Now you can use your first offer letter as a leverage to negotiate a higher salary. For example, say you have a 20% salary hike from your first offer. If you crack a second company, you can ask for 40% salary hike by quoting that you already have a 20% salary hike already. This is exactly where big salary jumps can happen if you push a little bit. Moving on to the next clip, listen carefully. Impress beyond comprehension. Recruiters should feel it in their bones that you are perfect fit and nobody else can do this job better than you. Your confidence, attitude and culture fit should be seen on your face. To do this, write down answers to common interview questions and practice them again and again. But practice with one thought in mind. How do I make them remember me? If you are able to pull this off, trust me, the HR will only negotiate your salary on your behalf with the budget owner internally. Plus, they may even wait for 3 months notice period just to onboard you. Next is the timing strategy. Always be on lookout for when the recruitment is happening by the company. Correct timing can increase your salary without you saying a word. Best timing situations are urgent hiring projects, candidate shortage, a startup getting funded, and end of financial quarter. Remember, if they need someone fast, they might pay more. Next is the slight ghosting tactic. I know it sounds a little funny, but it means that only. Delay your availability slightly. For example, say, I'll be able to finalize my decision by next week. This signals that you have multiple options. Also remember, after making your counter offer, stop talking. Silence makes the other person respond. Many recruiters may end up filling that silence with a better offer. The last one is be prepared with the real salary data. By doing some market research from either Glassdoor or LinkedIn, you should be able to figure out how much people are being paid for similar roles. This gives you confidence and a realistic expectation. Then while negotiating, quote a range instead of a single number. The lower end should be your minimum acceptable salary. But for your desired salary, aim for the middle to upper end of the range you provide. You can also find companies who pay higher for your role expectation. Now something very important, what not to do. Cause one small mistake and you might mess up your entire progress. If your skills are average or below average, realistically, the company may only match your current offer and not go much beyond it. Don't over negotiate or push too hard because HR may have a fixed budget and could start considering cheaper candidates in parallel. If you clearly can't add any extra value, don't ask for extra salary. Don't try to play smart with the HR. Stay calm, professional, and keep communication smooth. Don't reveal your current salary too early or negotiate too early. Think you are a salesperson, selling yourself. Sell your value first, then come to the amount. Don't accept the offer immediately. Pause and say, thank you for the offer, I'd like a day or two to review it. Never appear desperate and don't say stuff like, I really need this job or I'll accept whatever you offer or salary isn't important to me. Don't say stuff like that. Note that the competing offer strategy can work in case of your current employer also. Although I would not suggest that because I believe real growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone by joining a different company. Though if you get a huge retention bonus, you may reconsider. Understand that salary hike is important, but your career trajectory matters even more. Experience in startups and well-known companies, even if it comes with a lower salary, will automatically increase your market value. Sometimes the brand name and learning will pay you much more in the future. And don't forget, salary is not the only thing in the offer. You can also negotiate things like joining bonus, stock options, or relocation bonus. When you look at the total compensation, the value can become much higher. If you are someone who has been thinking about a job switch for a long time, maybe this video is the push you need to start applying today. Also, tell me in the comments what topic you want me to cover next, whether it's career growth or lifestyle upgrade or something else. If this video helped you, consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss the next one. Know your value, create leverage, and let the market compete for you.